The title of this piece is called I'm Blind and I'm Aware of It. Oftentimes, like through time and through experiences in our own life, they reveal things about our lives that may be a little too painful to deal with. In the extreme, and I'm going to say there's two extremes and then a middle ground. In one extreme, we are confronted with what Carl Jung would call the shadow. These are suppressed, dark realities about ourselves we hide away like in a box. We invent a system or a reality that works for us, but it's a bit far from the realities of our truth, of our true self. It's like a mask, or from my opinion, more like the Wizard of Oz, where you create the illusion of this authoritative. It doesn't have to be an authoritative person, but it could be any person. But you're behind, or we're behind the scenes, behind the curtain, pulling the strings and making this projection appear. This is what Carl Jung would call the persona. And with loud voices and all the bells and whistles, we remain behind the curtain. This extreme blinds us from facing our own true self. Now, on the other hand, or the other extreme, we can become overconfident on this illusion of the false self, because it eventually becomes a sort of safety zone, a false reality that works for our own protection, like hiding behind a fantasy that we created ourselves. Like, for example, an actor who makes a hit movie and knows that the character he played on the movie was well loved. Then he brings this character into his real social world and begins to reenact this character as if it's truly him. But he, again, chooses to hide the realities of who he truly is, thus choosing and is aware of his own blindness or blindfold. But there's also a middle ground, and that middle ground is where I believe when we allow God or our spiritual nature to confront both of these extremes, both of these blinders, and accept the truth about our shadow, about our insecurities, about our traumas, about our toxicities, about our social behaviors, about those things that we avoid, and we begin to bring them and expose them out of the surface, only so that we can deal with them and attempt to correct them and become our true self. Thus, we create a true identity of who we really are, and we create it in a very precise way, making our true life a sacred space and allowing only those people that we allow. We eliminate those people that are toxic and are draining us, and thus we remove the blinder from ourselves. This is a mixed media on paper.